Oh, hi friends, it's Starry Hilder babysitting the rabbits. But this is going to be a short tutorial on rabbits and cold and water. It's early in the morning and I'm checking on my babies. And many of you may be wondering, how do we keep the rabbits well watered in the middle of winter? Well, the unfortunate thing about having rabbits where there's winter is their bottles freeze up. And as you see, what I'm doing this morning is I'm gathering all of the water bottles for my little gals. Hi, honey. And I am going to bring back these waters into the house. And I'm going to have to unthaw them. Now, this is just one of those things where there's no easy way to get around this. Frozen water bottles. The temperatures last night got, I believe, to about 10 degrees. So, of course, the water bottles freeze up. And the only way that you can deal when you're raising bunnies with this is to diligently come out and gather their bottles and give them fresh water. I had another friend who was also tag teaming with me this week, helping these bunnies. And he was out here twice in a day, and that's what I'm going to do now too. Every 12 hours, I'm going to come out here and refreshen their water. Now, this is the thing with water bottles, frozen water bottles. The couple here told me that when they freeze, if you fill them up too much, these plastic bottles will split. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to unthaw them, and when I refill them, that is going to protect these bottles from splitting, and thus that's why we need to come out here twice a day and make sure these poor little bunnies get fresh water. It is labor intense, unfortunately, but that is the price you have to pay when you have farm animals. And that's where the commitment comes from. So this is what I do when I'm here to unthaw the bottles. This is nothing fancy. I just take hot water and I put all of these plastic water bottles in the sink and I unthaw them. And then what I do is I fill them back up with warm water, so they last a little bit longer during these freezing temp times. These water bottles, you know, I actually looked them up. You can find them on Amazon. This is a gravity-fed bottle. They're very popular for rabbit feeding, and they've got a little ball. See, there's the ball. And what the rabbit does is he licks that end there, and the water drips out. It's a pretty cool design. I also saw that you can buy like an insulated water jacket for these water bottles. But you know what? I'm just gonna tell you, I've had insulated water bottles for myself during the winter when I'm out hiking, and I don't know if they really work. If anybody has any experience with the insulated water jackets, let us know. I mean, certainly if they're well worth buying, I would even purchase these water jackets for these rabbits' water bottles if they work. But so while these are soaking, just so you know, I was kind of curious about how much water does a rabbit need. And actually, they said that every rabbit is a little bit different depending on their weight, but between 50 and 300 mils per day. So they don't need like a super amount of water, but they need fresh water. It's really important that they get it. But okay, these are almost done. So I'm going to fill these up and bring them back out. Aw, so there's my little, oops, oh, hi honey, hi. So I got the water for these gals and guys, and this is kind of really a simple setup. You just take a little bit of wire and See, you just put them around the cage, and then these rabbits, I wonder if I have to get it up a little, there we go. We'll just drink that water. Look at that, there you go, fresh water for you. And that really is the trick to watering and keeping fresh water for your rabbits during the winter time. You just have to be diligent. And you know, these rabbits, they look like they haven't drinking forever. My friend, my elder, was just here the other day, last night, in fact, at 8 at night. And he gave these rabbits fresh water. And they like their water. But they have had water throughout the night. But you can see the importance of making sure, even in the cold weather, that they get fresh water. And the only way around giving them fresh water is you just have to be out here giving them fresh water. So there we go. Water, the importance of water with your rabbits if you're going to raise them. Those plastic bottles, make sure you don't fill up the plastic bottles all the way so they crack. Put a little warm water in them. I really like the little spigots like that with the little ball. I know some people say that they freeze up too, but you know what? When it's cold, things are going to freeze up. There's just no way around things not freezing up. There is no perfect method. If you have a perfect method, let me know, because then I would try to implement it with my friends' rabbits. But for now, this seems to be working. We're here twice a day, and the rabbits need between 50 and 300 mils of water. So they're getting it for sure. But look at that. And in cages where there's more than one, we definitely have 2 water bottles. All right, I gotta clean the cages, feed them, but they've got their water. I can't believe it. They just had water last night. But see how they need that water? Really important. All right, God bless, friends. And I love that you guys are giving me a lot of feedback with how to care for these rabbits too. They're not my rabbits, remember, they're not my rabbits. They belong to an elderly couple that I just love. They're so gracious. And I love it when they go away because I get to babysit. All right, God bless.